All right, y'all. So as of tonight, the NBA playoff bracket is officially set. Games start tomorrow. They start at like 1 p.m. Eastern, maybe 2 p.m. Eastern, something like that. So let's get this video out now. Gotta get this video out tonight. Make sure y'all can see this before the game starts, so y'all can't say that I lied about any of my predictions or anything. So let's go with out west first. One seeded Thunder versus the eight seeded Pelicans. Now this is a very interesting game to me because I really like the lengthy defenders that the Pelicans have, and against like the length of Jalen Williams, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren, against the length of the guys like the Thunder. And I also do like that this is a Thunder team that's very young, almost no playoff experience between any of these guys. So like, I like the Pelicans' chances here. The question here really for me is how long is Zion out? Because let's look it up actually. Let's look up real quick. Zion Williamson injury, and let's see how long he's out, because that will change how I feel about this, because I feel like the Pelicans with Zion could realistically, they could really win this game, because I really like the Pelicans' length. They got some experience in there. Zion, he proved that he can do it in the playoffs. He just dropped 40 against the Lakers and didn't even play the last 3 minutes of the game. So he's out with a hamstring strain, so he'll be reevaluated in 2 weeks. That's a really long time. The series could very well be over by then. I'm pretty sure all 7 games would probably, no, probably not actually. Would probably be just about like maybe for game 7. Man, this is tough, bro. Because I think with Zion, I would probably say Pelicans in 6 or 7. But without Zion, I'm gonna say Thunder in 6 without Zion. But if Zion comes back at some point, that may change my opinion. So I'm gonna say he's not going to play the whole series. I'm saying if Zion plays at least 5 games, I'll say Pelicans in 7. If Zion does not play at least 5 games, I will say Thunder in 6. That's what we're going to say. All right. 2-7. It's Nuggets Lakers. This is a really interesting one for me again, because it's like the Nuggets are missing a big piece in Bruce Brown. Gabe Vincent, will he be able to play some good defense against Jamal Murray? Jared Vanderbilt, Christian Wood, will these guys be back? Will Jared Vanderbilt be able to play some defense on a guy like Aaron Gordon, or a guy like MPJ, or a guy like Jokic even? Is Anthony Davis going to be the Anthony Davis they need him to be? How's LeBron going to be? Is LeBron going to be LeBron? There's a lot of questions here. Are Jokic and Jamal Murray going to be making the ridiculous shots late in the shot clock and late in the game like they were against the Lakers last year? Are Peyton Watson and Christian Brown going to show up? I trust Christian Brown a little more, but is Peyton Watson's defense going to be the same against the Lakers in the playoffs? Are they going to not be able to play some of these guys because their offense isn't good enough? Or how deep is their bench going to be able to go? I have a lot of questions about both teams in this game. Is D'Angelo Russell going to be the D'Angelo Russell they need, or is he going to be the D'Angelo Russell that he was last time they played the Nuggets? All questions I need to ask. Austin Reeves, how's he going to look? Is he going to look like the Austin Reeves that one day when they beat the Celtics without LeBron and AD? I'm going to say, oh, bro, this is so tough because I trust LeBron, but I trust Jokic, and Jokic is probably about to win his 3rd MVP, bro. This is tough. I'm going to say, I think either way this series might go 7, bro. I'm not going to lie. I trust this Lakers team and like this Lakers team more than I like last year's Lakers team. They're not going to be as fatigued. This is the first round of the conference finals. This Nuggets team isn't quite as good, hasn't been quite as dominant. They've been very good, but hasn't been quite as good. But Mike Malone versus Darvin Ham, I'm going to say Nuggets in 7. Do I want to say Nuggets or Lakers in 7, bro? Whoever wins this game, I do believe goes to the finals. I'm not going to lie. I mean, not this game. Whoever wins this series, I do believe they go to the finals. I'm going to say Nuggets in 7. I'm going to say Nuggets in 7. Let me not overthink that. Let's just go to Clippers Mavs. I'm going to say Luka owns the Clippers, but it would be such a, like, do I see the Clippers losing in the first round? That would be such a bad way to end this team and this PG Kawhi team. But I could see it happening, bro. Luka to me is the MVP, even though Jokic is gonna win it if you ask me. But Luka to me is the MVP. Kyrie's been playing great. The defense has been much improved. Can we trust PJ Washington to hit shots in the clutch? Can we trust Tim Hardaway Jr. to shoot the way we know he can shoot? But then again, what James Harden are we going to see? James Harden post All-Star break has been awful. Can Russ replicate what he did in the playoffs last year? Are PG and Kawhi going to be healthy? Give me Mavericks in 7. Dude, I have all these going like 6 or 7. Damn, give me Mavericks in 7. Ooh, Clippers have home court too. Give me Mavericks in 7. Give me Mavericks in 7. I'm not gonna overthink the way that Luka owns them boys. Okay. Let's think. This is Suns Timberwolves. Cat will be back. I trust Devin Booker, KD. Do I trust Beal a lot? Man, he's from St. Louis, bro. I trust Beal. Will Grayson Allen have a good playoffs? Will anybody else on the Suns bench show up? Like, Grayson Allen's not on the bench, but will anybody on the Suns bench show up? Like, what are these guys going to look like? I have no idea. I'm going to say Timberwolves in 6. I could see that going 7, but I don't want to say all these are going to go 7. I'm going to say Timberwolves in 6. Let's keep going on the West side. So it would be Thunder versus Mavericks for me. I'm going to say Mavericks in 6. I'm not even going to talk too much about that one. I'm going to say Mavericks in 6. I don't think Shea's defense, but he is lengthy, but I don't think his defense is going to be enough on Luka. Even if he doesn't get Luka, like who would he get? Maybe Kyrie? Would they put Lou Dort on either Kyrie or Luka? J-Dub on PJ Washington. I like PJ Washington's defense. Gafford versus Chet. Interesting. I'm going to say Mavs in 6 just because I trust their experience with Luka being who led a team to the conference finals, and Kyrie, who's hit one of the biggest shots in finals history. I'm going to trust their veteran leadership over the youth of the Thunder. I'm going to say Mavericks in 6 to go to the Western Conference Finals, and then I would have Nuggets versus Timberwolves. Oh, dude, Anthony Edwards. But Jokic did beat them boys last time too, but I don't think Cat was there. I don't think Cat played when they played like a week or two ago. I don't think Cat was there when that was the game the Nuggets took back the 1 seed that game before they lost it obviously to the Thunder, but they took back the 1 seed that game, and I don't believe Cat was back. I said I believe the Nuggets would go to the finals, so I'm going to stick by my word. I'm going to say Nuggets in 7, even though I could very well see the Timberwolves winning this series, to be honest with you. I very well could, especially if Nuggets-Lakers does go to 7 or does go to 6 or 7, and they'll be just as tired as Minnesota will, because I'm assuming theirs will go to at least 6. That'll be interesting. So I've got Nuggets versus Mav, Jokic versus Luka in the Western Conference Finals. I could go either way here, but I don't trust Gafford versus... KCP will be on Luka. What are they going to do with who's going to be on Kyrie, though? Jamal Murray? I don't know if you like that matchup. But then who will Kyrie be on? Kyrie will be on... Well, Kyrie may be on Jamal Murray too, so this is interesting. I'm going to say Nuggets in 7. Dude, I have all of them for the Nuggets going to 7. This is crazy. I'm going to say Nuggets in 7. Dude, the West is crazy. I'm not going to lie. I could easily see any single one of these games that I picked, any one of these series that I picked being wrong. I could easily see any one of them being wrong. I'm going to say Nuggets in 7 to beat the Mavs and go on to the finals. In the East, Heat versus Celtics. Jimmy Butler's going to be out for 2 to 4, so there's no way he's back for this first round series at all. Like, at all. I hate to hear that injury for Jimmy Butler. The MCL, I think they said it was. I hate to hear that. But, I'm going to say Celtics in 5. I don't think the Heat can catch lightning in a bottle twice in a year, especially because we don't know how Duncan Robinson's going to be. We don't know how Terry Rozier is going to be. Jimmy Butler's out. What Tyler Hero we're going to see? Are we going to see the one that played tonight versus the Bulls, or the one that played 2 nights ago versus the 76ers? Which one are we going to see? It's interesting. Is Jaime Jaquez going to show up in his first playoffs as a rookie? What is Bam going to look like in his playoffs? I'm going to say Celtics in 5. They have no excuses this year. I'm saying Celtics in 5. Cavs, Magic. This is one of those series that is interesting because I could see other team winning, but I honestly want the Magic to win just because I don't like that the Cavs ducked getting the 76ers or the Heat in the first round. Like, they literally could have got the 2 seed if they had beat the Hornets, and they were up, and then they put in all of their bench players. They had Amani Bates, and Tristan Thompson running point guard late in the fourth quarter. Go watch. Keep in mind they were winning, and then they put that lineup in and had them do that just so they could lose to the Hornets on the last day of the season and not have to face one of 76ers or the Heat. They said, we'll either take the Pacers or the Magic, and they got the Magic, and the Magic are a super, super young team, and their offense is awful. I don't trust their offense at all. But this is one of those this is one of those series for me where it's like, I want them to win. I could see karma hitting the Cavs, and it's like, JB Bickerstaff's likely fired if you're the Cavs, right? There's a lot of questions about what's going to happen with Donovan Mitchell. Unless the Cavs literally win the finals this year, or like get to the finals this year, that team is not going to look the same next year if I had to guess. But I don't know if the Magic have enough offensively to overcome Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley. I don't know if they have enough, especially if, like, Max Strus is hitting his deep shots. If Isaac Okoro can hit some corner threes, what can Isaac Okoro look like offensively? And can his defense show up when trying to guard a guy like, I don't know, Gary Harris or something? I don't know even know who he would be guarding. But, like, I don't know. I think Paolo's going to have a tough time with Evan Mobley being his matchup. Franz Wagner, who's he going to be guarded by? Maybe Okoro guards him. I don't know. It's going to be a very interesting series. The Magic are too young. I don't trust their offense enough. Even though I want the Cavs to lose, I'm gonna go Cavs in 6. Bucks Pacers. Now this is an interesting series because how soon into the series can Giannis come back, or can he come back at all during the series? Is going to change this. And now, like, if you're a Bucks fan, you're going into this, you're thinking, Dame, show us why we got you. Show us why we traded so much to get you. That's probably what you're thinking for Dame. You're like, Dame, can you go out there and get us a few games up and just so get us in a good position, or at least tied in a good position when Giannis comes back? Like, what can you do, Dame? Can you get us there? Can you get us over the hump? We know the Pacers dominated the season series between these teams this year, but last time they played, Doc Rivers wasn't even the head coach of the Bucks yet. So like these are very different teams. Like the defense has been much more mediocre, less awful. Like it was literally last in the league up until the Pascal Siakam trade, and since then it's been like I think 15th, 16th, 17th somewhere in there, like mediocre, middle of the pack defense. So it's a better defense, but Tyrese Halliburton has looked a lot worse, especially with his 3-point shot, especially since coming back from I think it was an elbow injury. Um, and then it's like, dude, the Pacers, their defense is like run you to the 3, right? And it's like run you outside of the paint. Well, the problem with that is for the Bucks. The problem with that is they don't have Giannis. Giannis is really the main guy on that team. Maybe him and Bobby Portis, because like Brook Lopez isn't even a slash. Like he might be in the post sometimes, but he's really spacing for threes a lot too. The problem with that for the Bucks is Giannis was really the only guy that punishes and attacks and sucks the defense paws into the rim and everything like that. So it's like without that, is the Pacers defense is going to have more success versus the Bucks than it would normally. I'm gonna say if Giannis can get back by Game 4, the Bucks will win this series in 6. If Giannis can get back by, because I'm gonna trust Dame. We haven't seen him in the playoffs since I think 2019 when he made it to the Western Conference Finals and was swept by the KD Steph-led Warriors. I'm pretty sure that was the last time he was in the playoffs. But I trust him. He's literally one of the most clutch players I think I've ever seen. Like maybe, no, I'm not gonna say maybe. He's not more clutch than Kobe, but one of the most. I don't care if you say Glazing, shut up. I don't care, bro. But I'm saying one of the most clutch players I've ever seen in my life. I trust him to show up in the postseason, in the playoffs more than he did in the regular season this year. And I don't. But Pascal Siakam does have experience. I don't know. I don't really trust Miles Turner too much in the playoffs. They don't have the shooting of Buddy Hield anymore. They don't have the defense of Bruce Brown anymore. I think that's going to hurt them when they have to guard guys like Damian Lillard, when they have to guard guys like Malik Beasley, who are good shooters and can slash a little bit. I'm going to say Bucks in 6 if Giannis comes back. If not, I could see Pacers in 7, but I'm still going to take Bucks either way. And then Knicks 76ers, this is an interesting series because Joel Embiid is not himself, and he did not look like even 85% of himself versus the Heat. But that was still enough for them to get a win. Now that was a Heat versus a very injured Jimmy Butler team where Nicholas Batum had the game of like the best games he's had in probably 3-4 years, and where Joel Embiid didn't look like himself, but Jimmy Butler was also bad. Tyler Hero was bad for the Heat. Like the Heat didn't have much offense, and then they had Nick Batum out here hitting every shot. So it's like I don't know. And then, but like Joel Embiid, his game is to get to the free throw line, right? Like even in that like, game, I think he was 10 for 11 from free throws. Like he's going to get to the free throw line. That's what he wants to do. And the thing with that is the Knicks have centers, Mitchell Robinson, Isaiah Hartenstein, that are bruisers that will get him to the line. So that's going to give him easy buckets all the time. Tyrese Maxey, Jalen Brunson is going to be interesting. But the thing with this is the Knicks offense without Julius Randle is so Jalen Brunson dominant that I feel like the 76ers will find a way to stop it at some point, or can at least, especially when led by Nick Nurse instead of Doc Rivers. They can at least find a way to stop it. I expect both point guards to be putting a lot of pick and rolls by, like, I expect Tyrese Maxey and Jalen Brunson to both be putting a lot of pick and rolls. They're going to force these guys to defend because they're both the worst defenders on their team. The Knicks defense has been so good with OG. OG can space the floor a good amount. Tom Thibodeau versus Nick Nurse. I trust both coaches. This is really an interesting series. I think the Knicks' easier matchup would have been versus the Heat just because they don't have Jimmy Butler and we don't know what Duncan Robinson and Terry Rozier is going to be like health-wise, and we don't know what Tyler Hero is going to show up. So I think they would have rather played the Heat. But I don't know. B-Ball Paul did call out the Knicks, talking about we'd rather have the Knicks than the Celtics. I'm like, wow, he's spitting facts, like obviously, but like that is something that could come back to bite them. Joel Embiid is the biggest question mark for me here. How is Tyrese Maxey going to look in this playoffs? Will he look as good as he looked in the regular season with Joel Embiid? Will the Buddy Hield Joel Embiid two-man game look great? Nick Batum, we're not expecting to replicate that performance at all. How's Kyle Lowry going to look? Is he going to be like at least a plus player while he's on the court? How's Kelly Oubre going to look? Can he give you some solid points, some solid threes? Man. The East is tough too this year, bro. The East usually in the first round at least is not at all tough, but it is this year. I'm going to say Joel Embiid does not flop in the playoffs this year. I'm going to say he doesn't. I'm going to say, will I say that? I don't trust that. But I don't trust the offense led only by one player. My gut's telling me 76ers. I'm going to say 76ers beat the Knicks in 6 games. 76ers beat the Knicks in 6 games. So then it would be Cavs versus Celtics. I'm going to say Celtics in 6. Not too much I need to talk about there. I don't believe in the Cavs. I don't think they're good enough. I don't think JB Bickerstaff's going to out coach Joe Mazzulla. I think the Celtics are just a better team, even better bench-wise. I feel like they're better. I trust the Celtics more. They have more experience. They're the better team. They didn't duck smoke. They would never duck smoke. They were one of the teams being ducked, literally. So I'm going to say Celtics in 6. Not too much I need to talk about there. And then it would be Bucks, 76ers. I'm assuming Giannis will be back full-time by the time at least Game 2 comes, at least Game 1, Game 2. And I'm gonna say for them to have even gotten past the Pacers, Dame would have to be playing on a great level, like 2019 Dame in the playoffs level. So I'm gonna say he's on that level, assuming they beat the Pacers in the first round, because I think he has to be for them to beat the Pacers in the first round. I'm gonna say Bucks in 6 over the 76ers. Joel Embiid still does not make a conference finals. Still is the only MVP since like 1990 to not make a conference finals, or at least maybe only MVP ever. Actually, I'm not sure. I don't remember the exact stat. Somebody will correct me. That would be in the conference finals. I would have Bucks Celtics, which is, makes sense. I'm not going to trust Doc Rivers over the Celtics. I'm going to say Celtics go to the finals. I picked them before the year to be my NBA champion. I'm going to stick with them to go at least to the finals. So it would be Celtics versus Nuggets in finals. Dude, the Nuggets are going to be tired. I'm going to say the Celtics are going to be less tired. They will have had an easier path than the Nuggets will. I'm going to say Jason Tatum and the Celtics finally get over the hump. I'm going to say Jason Tatum looks like superstar MVP level Jason Tatum that we all thought he would be coming out of Duke. I'm going to say he gets to that level in the finals and does not have another 2022 Golden State finals. It's like LeBron in the finals 2011. He was bad. 2012, he was much better. I'm going to think Tatum does the same thing in this finals. I'm going to say Celtics win the finals in six games. That is what my NBA playoffs looks like. I think I did every round for both conferences. I'm pretty sure I did. If not, y'all will correct me. But this is a late night video. It's going out at about 1 a.m. Central, so 2 a.m. Eastern time. So that would be 11 p.m. Pacific time, I'm pretty sure. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. Y'all DM me on Twitter. My Twitter's going to be in the bio. Hit me up in the comments. I know I'm always in there. Thank y'all for watching. Please don't forget to leave me a like, comment, and subscribe. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for everything. Love y'all. Stay blessed. Stay praying. Love y'all.